Why? Quick question. Quick question. Why does Gmail app suck? Like, quick question. Why does it suck? Like, one of the richest companies in the world. And it sucks. Anyway, hi. Sorry. I simply have a thing that happened today that's good. We love to see it. And it's called being employed. And she emailed me right before the start of stream to send over some things, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna send over some things now so that I don't keep her waiting. Anyway, yeah. Hi, welcome back. I'm sorry it was like such a long time between streams. It's been really hot here. I don't have proper air conditioning, and it was just like really unseasonably hot. Like, it gets warm here, but not usually that warm. And it was day after day of it, like almost a week. And then, yeah, it was just a lot. But I'm so happy to be back with the gay lawyer game. I missed these guys. I missed all of them. Except Dr. Hottie. So last time, speaking of, we began, how do I say? Oh, I need to close Discord. Sorry, I'm not together. I'm not together. Can I be real? I'm not together. So last time we did our final investigation, we finally told Edgeworth about what the heck is going on. What the heck is going on around here? And so he's on the same page. We almost caught up to the killer and Matt, but we didn't quite. And then also, that was the other thing. Matt's so guilty. He's so guilty. But we have to defend him because Maya's life is on the line. So that's gonna be fun. This does such a good job of breaking the pattern in such a fun way. So anyway, let's get into this. I don't remember how to do voices, so this should be interesting. Oh my god, a callback to the beginning, I forgot. How did I get into this mess? I don't remember. That's far enough. You can't run forever. Mr. Phoenix Wright. What? What have I done wrong? I cannot allow you to go on like this. But I'm just a simple defense attorney. Silence! You are no longer worthy of your title. Hey, this feels bad. When you know how this series goes, this feels bad. Man's insecure. I love him, but he's super insecure. I've had this dream before. Someplace, some time ago. As if this day was written into my destiny. He doesn't know he's part of the narrative. Today I'll stand in court as a lawyer. To prove a killer innocent. Bro doesn't know he's part of the narrative. Oh no. Hello, this is Phoenix Wright. You don't look so well, dude. You gonna prove me not guilty today, right? Punk ass bitch. If you please, Mr. Lawyer. Remember, it's not just me. Your precious friend's life is riding on today's verdict, too.
Now listen up! You better get on guard a guilty sentence, okay? If you get that creepy slime bag and not guilty, I'll never forgive you. Ever.
Maya. Phoenix. Phoenix! I'm gonna say this is Mia? Okay, yeah. Mia! Maya. How's Maya? I don't know.
I don't know.
Mia would never. You don't know? She hasn't tried to channel me since yesterday. Mia, what am I supposed to do? Well, like I said, for a lawyer, the worst of times are when you have to force your biggest smiles. But you can't give up. There's still some hope left. Stop it, please. There's nothing left. Not here, not anywhere. Ah! It's that cursed on guard again. Will you leave me alone? Look, don't call me anymore. I mean it. Oh no. You're really mean, pal. Fuck. If that had been to Edgeworth, it would have been like a little deserving at least, but Gumshoe's so baby. Ah! Gumshoe! I'm really, really sorry. Where are you? They let me join the investigation team and we're chasing after the killer, pal. Oh, then you have some sort of lead? Sorry, but right now we've got 0 leads on the guy. But we're not going to give up. Gumshoe. Until the trial is over, until the verdict is handed down, we're going to do everything we can and find the killer. If we can get Maya out, then you can get on guard the guilty verdict he deserves, pal. That's true. I could do that if they found Maya first. You got that? So you have to do whatever you can to make the trial last longer. I have to make the trial last longer? If you go at Mr. Edgeworth with everything you got, then you two can draw it out. Oh, now I get it. I believe in you, pal. You and Mr. Edgeworth can do it. So, get over your divorce or whatever. Believe in us. We're gonna give it all we got, just like you. Got it. Thanks, Gumshoe. Hey, Phoenix. You understand now, don't you? You have something money will never be able to buy. Friendship. Okay, yeah, but the rent is still due. You know? It's the strongest weapon you have in the world, and you have it in abundance. Yeah. Looks like we're coming to the end. I have to make the trial last as long as I can. Gumshoe will come through. I know it. Mia, can we maybe get you, like, a different outfit for now? Can't they keep a spare pair or a spare set of Acolyte's robes that are in Mia's size for times like this? Court is now in session for the trial of Matt Ongard. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Sorry, I flung my earbud out when I turned my head to cough. Oh, hi, Edgeworth. Hello. I forgot we were going up against you, actually. The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. Now, as I recall, we concluded yesterday's session with a big mystery on our hands. The mystery being what exactly was Miss Adrian Andrews' role in this murder. That is to say, is she really connected to the crime itself? Mr. Edgeworth, if you would please inform the court of today's proceedings. Adrian Andrews. She forged evidence that threw suspicion onto Mr. Ongard, and then proceeded to escape the crime scene by wearing a nickel samurai costume. The guilt of these actions are those from which she cannot escape. Then you're saying that she is guilty after all? I'm not finished, Your Honor. Ms. Andrews has nothing to do with committing the actual murder. I would like to direct the court's attention to this card. What is that? It looks like a shell. This is the calling card of a certain assassin. Assassin, you say? That has the word ass in it twice. Yes, Your Honor. Yes.
Juan Corrida was killed by a professional assassin. And the person who hired the assassin, his client so to speak, is Matt Ongard.
Nuh-uh.
The fuck do you mean, nuh-uh?
What a surprising turn of events.
I would think it's become commonplace by now, Your Honor.
Ooh, Edgeworth. I know what's going on this time. So I know that everything Edgeworth has said is true. But we still have to hold out as long as we can. At least until Maya's safe and sound. I wonder how the trial will turn out today.
Now then, please call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth.
The prosecution calls the defendant's mentor, Mr. Will Powers, to the stand.
Oh yeah, I forgot he was involved. It's been a little minute. Yeah, we need to look through the evidence again. I will in a second. Now, I almost gave him the judge's voice again, sorry.
Now then, witness, your name and occupation, please. Marge, okay. I'm, Will Powers. I'm a poor, underpaid action star. And what is your relation to the defendant? Well, that's... Sorry. I guess I'm sort of a lousy mentor to him in a way. Yeah.
Mr. Powers, please. You don't need to put yourself down so much.
Oh, sorry. Well, but I'm just kind of a nothing sort of guy. On the night of the murder, you visited the defendant's room. Is this correct? Yes.
I didn't know that.
But you know, I didn't actually get to see Matt when I went. All you need to do is answer what you're asked. Now then, I would like you to please testify about when you went to Mr. Ongard's room. Okay, sure.
We're so back. Okay. What do I have? I have, okay, outfit, all that shit. Okay. 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 He looks young in this picture. In the other pictures, he does not. Not to be mean or anything, he just doesn't. Okay, that's Adrian, but we know that. Okay, right. We have this now. Such the victim. Okay. Okay. Bear. Okay. 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 Alright, and then we have all the players. Sorry, I can't stop yawning. I woke up at like 6:30. I woke up an hour before my alarm. I was so mad. It's not enough time to go back to sleep and like not be dazed out of my mind when I wake up again. Pretty sure her real name is Wendy Oldbag. It's really funny. Okay. After the award ceremony, I went by myself to Matt's room. Oh, that's very cunty. Without the helmet. Matt was standing there in front of his room, still in his nickel samurai costume. He was talking with someone. At first I thought it was the bellboy. I watched the two of them for a while, but then I gave up and went back. I had guests with me that night, and I couldn't make them wait for me.
Who were the guests? Was it us? That's funny.
Nothing sounds out of place in Mr. Powers' testimony.
And talking with the bellboy is no big deal.
If one assumes that the person Mr. Ongard was speaking with was an ordinary bellboy.
What are you implying?
You all are so stupid. Stupid, stupid! Well, Mr. Wright, let's have your cross-examination, shall we? Looks like we're in another sticky situation. Huh? A trap. Can't you smell it, Phoenix? But for us to find out more, we're just going to have to charge in head first, right?
I mean, I guess.
Alright, speak to me. The defendant's room. Why did you go there?
Well, I'm his mentor, like a big brother sort of, and I wanted to say congrats.
Oh, what's wrong? Why did you stop?
Mr. Wright,
Oh, what is it?
you're going to try to trick me into a corner, aren't you?
Huh?
I know I'm just a poor underpaid action star, but I'm not the killer.
No one said you were, Mr. Powers.
No, please, don't trick me. Every time you do your lawyer thing, the witness suddenly turns into the bad guy.
Every time?
Witness, I will personally talk to the defense at a later time.
Oh yeah? Yeah?
Yeah?
Are we gonna like go on a date or what?
So for now, please kindly cooperate and continue with your testimony. Sorry.
So you went to the defendant's room, and then?
Hey, wait a minute. When and how did I suddenly turn into the bad guy here? Are you sure that was Matt Ongard?
Yeah, I'm sure. Marge, he wasn't wearing the nickel samurai mask then.
If that's the case, then he really can't be mistaken.
And what was the defendant doing, standing in front of his own room?
He was talking to someone. At first? What do you mean by that?
Well, he was in a bellboyish uniform and he had a bottle of juice on the tray. A tray of juice on the bottle, Jesus. A bottle of juice on the tray.
Sounds like an ordinary bellboy to me.
Yeah, but I didn't think that he was a normal bellboy.
And why was that?
Why did I think that, Mr. Wright?
How am I supposed to know?
Sorry, but I can't remember right now. Sorry.
I'm gonna kill you. I guess I'm gonna have to wait patiently on this one. You saw the two of them, the bellboy and the defendant, together, correct?
Yeah, the bellboy just wanted to say congrats.
Now, while you were watching the two of them, did you notice anything strange?
I did feel something weird, like a sexual tension between them. I think it was because Matt, he gave the bellboy a tip.
A tip? But that's a perfectly normal thing to do.
So how long did you watch the two of them?
Not more than a minute or two, I think.
Who are those guests?
So who are these guests that you're talking about?
Who are those guests?
You guys, of course. You and Maya and Little Pearl. I thought it would be really rude since I invited you guys if I disappeared on you. So I went back to my seat pretty soon after seeing Matt in the hallway.
This is like squeezing water from a stone. It's probably pointless to press further. Do you remember this incident? Did Mr. Powers leave his seat that night? I don't remember that happening at all. Hey, what's up? Maya was making such a racket in her hyper state, I ended up focusing on her. I see. In any case, from his story, he probably wasn't gone for very long. Yeah, I mean, he's also, like, canonically a presence that is not memorable, I guess. Is this one of those things where I need to, like, press him again? At first, what do you mean by that? I didn't think it was a normal bellboy. Why did I think that? Hey, wait a second. Actually, Mr. Powers, only a few minutes ago you stated... Okay, good. I remember that sometimes in the trilogy, the original trilogy, they make you press things twice, which is weird. It's weird and I don't like it, but I remembered it.
I did feel something weird. I think it was because Matt will give the bellboy a tip.
Could it be that you felt something strange about the tip-giving incident itself? How am I doing? I'm okay. It's no longer scalding hot outside. It was bad. It was like several days in a row around 30. Too hot. And now it's much better. It was so pretty this morning. And I got a job offer that actually doesn't suck, so that's exciting.
Ah, yeah, that's it. You really know your job.
Mr. Edgeworth,
Yes, Your Honor.
this bellboy, he wasn't an ordinary one, was he?
Perhaps we should let the witness tell us.
Very well. Mr. Powers, please amend your testimony.
You mean about the bellboy, right?
Gave him a tip. So he gave the bellboy a tip. What's so strange about that?
Oh, well, you see, Matt's not a poor penny pincher like me. I was trying to figure out how much it was because the tip really shocked me.
How much it was?
But that's when something even more surprising happened. The bellboy was putting the tip he got in his pocket. And that's when I got my first good look at the guy's face. I was really shocked.
I'm afraid I don't follow at all.
It sounds like Mr. Powers was surprised twice by this event. I wonder which of his shocking moments I should ask about. Let's ask about the tip. Because that has been recurring. Sorry, I'm adjusting my little seat. The defendant is a huge star. He can afford to give generous tips, wouldn't you agree?
Marge, sure. But giving him that much was maybe a little too much, I think.
A little too much?
Would you please clarify for the court? About how much would you say the defendant gave to the bellboy? To the bellboy. Honestly, I don't know. I can't even begin to guess.
And why is that?
Because he gave the bellboy a really, really fat roll of cash. A roll of cash?
Uh-oh. Ruh-roh.
Oh well, how interesting. That certainly was a very generous tip, wasn't it?
A very fat roll of cash.
Something about Edgeworth saying that is really funny. There's something so funny about Edgeworth. There's something so funny about Edgeworth who, like, is so stick up his ass uptight, saying some slang like that.
A very fat roll of cash. Fat stacks, if you will.
It is so... It's really funny to me. I don't know.
That can hardly be called a tip, Your Honor.
The judge is beginning to look awfully suspicious of us. Raise an objection. He's rich. The defendant is a superstar. That kind of tip is typical fare for people like him. And we don't know. He didn't say it was a bunch of hundreds. It could have been a bunch of 20s or a bunch of ones.
Are you saying that all superstars are super spenders? If I could receive large rolls of cash by simply bringing people things on trays, then why on earth would I stand around here prosecuting?
He's got a point. I don't even get paid, let alone rolls of cash for all my hard work.
So supposing that roll of cash was not a tip, then what was it?
Payment, Your Honor.
Payment.
Isn't it obvious? For the murder of Mr. Juan Corrida.
Then the bellboy the witness saw.
Yes, he was the assassin.
Hold your horses now, Mr. Edgeworth. You don't have any proof of this, do you?
Yeah, conjecture, bitch. Aw.
Have I ever been unprepared to support my claims, Your Honor?
I feel like a couple times. Just not as often as me, so it's not as noticeable.
I have here the card Shelley the Killer left at the scene of the crime.
Shelley the killer.
He is the person the police's special investigations team has been chasing for ages. I am certain that the person the witness saw was this very assassin, Shelley the Killer. Really?
What's wrong, Mr. Powers?
No, nothing. Something just clicked in my head and I think I just figured something out.
Oh?
Actually, I saw that bellboy again later on that night.
What? Yes, Phoenix, we saw him too. Idiot.
Mr. Powers, please testify. Tell us what you saw.
Yes, sir. Right away.
He's so excited to be useful. Also, his suit. I love that they designed his suit in a way that they would not have to create new back sprites of him. Because normally he's in like a jumpsuit in the first case we meet him in, last game. And then in this one, he's in like a power suit type deal. But the back sprite is the same. That's pretty funny.
Marge, this time I was in that hallway because I had to go to the bathroom. And that's when that bellboy I saw earlier came out of that room. Of course, when I say room, I mean Juan Corrida's room. Now that I think about it, that bellboy did seem kind of out of place. Yeah, so he had to be the assassin. I'm sure of it. I mean
what?
Thank you very much. That is all we need for now. Huh? But I'm not done. There is still more. Let us first establish that the bellboy was truly Mr. the Killer. Then we shall see.
So the bellboy came out of the victim's room. And if that bellboy really was the assassin, then I think the answer is fairly obvious.
That would be correct, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, I believe it is your turn to entertain us and make us laugh.
Ha 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 ha. This is no laughing matter. But my boyfriend told me to laugh, so I'm like, he twirls his hair. Go piss, girl. And what time was it?
Oh, well, I don't remember. The award ceremony ended around 8 p.m., right? And I went to Matt's room pretty soon after that, and then I came back, and then I went to the bathroom. So I guess maybe it was around 8:10 p.m. by that time?
You're not one for details, are you, Mr. Powers?
Sorry. I thought I could maybe catch Matt and say my congrats.
Are you sure it was the same bellboy?
Yeah.
And how could you tell? All the bellboys wear the same uniform, after all.
But you see, well, he had those stitches in his face. So I'm sure it's the same guy that was talking with Matt. So which room did the bellboy come out of?
He came out of Juan's room, is that true? The victim's room, huh?
Yeah, the one with all the really pretty flowers and teddy bears. It was Juan's room, all right.
Sorry, I'm retying up my hair. It's a little messy today. I'm in that weird hair growing out state where like I had an undercut underneath, and so like some strands fit up into the ponytail if I have it higher on my head, but some strands don't. But they're long enough that they're annoying. It's very annoying. It makes me want to cut my hair again, but I shouldn't. I want to grow it out a little more. I want to like do things with it, but alas. One day I'll just shave my head. I didn't even see the line on the screen. Words cannot describe how screwed I am.
Let's continue with the testimony, shall we?
So what exactly was so out of place about him?
Right. Why the insipid grin?
Maybe because I have no idea what damaging thing he's going to say next? Can't I have a little laugh? Can't I have a little jolly time?
Well, the bellboy was empty-handed.
Empty-handed?
That bellboy was one of those room service people, right? But he wasn't pushing a cart, and he wasn't holding a tray either. You call that a little strange too, wouldn't you?
I agree that it is a bit strange, Mr. Powers.
But is it really that unusual for a bellboy to be empty-handed? What should I do? Should I let Mr. Powers' testimony slide, or try to pull a fast one? Why not? There's nothing strange or unusual about an empty-handed bellboy.
But there really, really is.
There really, really isn't.
If you two are done being school children, bellboys are for room service. There is no reason for them to be empty-handed ever. Your Honor, I ask that the witness's previous statement be supplanted with this new one.
Edgeworth, are you going to do whatever you can to make the bellboy look suspicious?
I see. Very well. This court recognizes and grants the prosecution's request. Mr. Powers, if you could amend your testimony, please.
Yes, sir.
I thought it was kind of strange. So you're saying that it's suspicious for him to be empty-handed?
Yeah, really suspicious. I mean, when I first saw that bellboy, he was holding a tray in his hand.
But we saw that tray in, Kurita's room. Right? The tray itself. Hold on. Now I'm remembering things. Obviously we saw the wine glass and obviously saw... Yeah, the tray's right frick-frackin' there, you idiot. Juice? What kind of juice was it?
I'm pretty sure it was tomato juice.
If we could come up with some sort of reason as to why he would come out empty-handed, some sort of proof, then I think we could dodge the bullet on this one for now. Proof, huh? Sounds like another job for the court record. That's okay, Phoenix. I got it. So he had to be the assassin. I'm sure of it. You're wrong. Please don't be so quick to judge.
Oh, but it's kind of a Powers family thing. Think of every person as a thief.
What the fuck? Well, I guess a thief and an assassin are both sneaky and silent. That's not the point, Phoenix. In any case, if that bellboy was the assassin, it would be very bad for us. But he really is the assassin, you know? Yes, but you can't give in yet. If you want to prolong this trial for as long as possible, you're going to have to pull some cheap tricks on this one. We're so good at cheap tricks. Okay. This one, I think. And then, you're wrong. How does it feel? Mr. Powers, you idiot.
Yes?
You're easily influenced by other people's words, aren't you? As soon as you heard that bellboy might have been the killer, you got caught up in believing it must be true.
But isn't he really suspicious? He's got all those stitches and...
Enough with the stitches. So? A baseball has stitches? Are you saying all baseballs are suspicious because they have stitches?
Well, there's also, I mean, what about him being empty-handed?
I would like to ask the court to please take a look here.
This is the crime scene.
There is a wine glass sitting next to Mr. Kurita's body. The liquid inside this glass is tomato juice. And now, if you would look at what is on top of the table in the lower right corner here, anyone can clearly see that it is a tray with a bottle of tomato juice on it. Idiot. The bellboy had just brought this to Mr. Kurita's room. He left the tray in the room, which is why he was empty-handed when he left.
Oh, but that would mean that the bellboy had seen and left a dead body in the room.
Ah, but can you prove that Mr. Kurita was already dead at that time? Well, okay, hold on. Before we get into this argument, I do want to double check something. Okay, he would have, like, it would have been close.
Mr. Edgeworth.
Yes?
I blame you for leading me down this route.
I'm terribly sorry.
What is with him? Why is he laughing? What the fuck?
Witness, isn't there one more thing you would like to share with us? Is there?
The bellboy was empty-handed. Or should I say empty-handed? What? Hey, Edward, did you know that if you say that out loud, it's the same? Did you know? Sorry, it's stupid.
I recall you had something interesting to say about his hands.
Oh,
Oh yeah, I almost forgot.
Huh? Oh, what?
That bellboy, he was wearing gloves.
Gloves? I mean, that's not suspicious. Aren't they all wearing gloves?
Yeah, pitch black leather ones.
How could you tell they were leather?
All the other bellboys don't wear gloves like that, right?
black leather gloves. Why didn't you mention them earlier?
I mean, think about fucking Kirigiri from Danganronpa. She wears gloves all the time, but it's like, she doesn't have to, but she does because she has nasty scars.
Sorry, it slipped my mind.
Ugh. Boy, does this really make the bellboy look suspicious. Or boy, does this make the bellboy look really suspicious. Whatever. Alright, gotta focus. I can't get lax here. So what if he had gloves? A lot of bellboys wear gloves.
Come on, Mr. Wright. That bellboy was wearing black leather ones.
So? A football is made of leather? Are you saying all footballs are suspicious because they're made of leather?
But that man, he received a large roll of cash from the defendant. And then he was seen leaving the crime scene wearing black leather gloves. I don't think that even someone like myself can believe he was just another bellboy.
Ugh. It seems that we have finally come to an understanding. Now then, witness, please continue with the rest of your testimony.
The rest?
Oh yes, please, tell us more.
Okay.
Okay.
After leaving Juan's room, the bellboy went and knocked on Matt's door just like that. He gave something to the person inside the room.
And the old guy just left, without even going in the room.
After that, I went to the bathroom and then back to my seat.
I feel like he should say it to the little girl's room, or some shit like that. He does feel like that type. Do you know what I mean?
So the bellboy, after leaving the crime scene, next went to the defendant's room.
Yeah, I kinda saw all that by accident.
Some accident. I'd say you saw too much. And all of it was suspicious to high heaven.
I think it's safe to say that we can no longer consider this bellboy to be normal. Now then, let's get started, shall we? Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please.
Yes, Your Honor.
Heck.
Alright. Is that what you saw while you were busy spying?
Excuse me? I may be a poor, underpaid action star, but even I wouldn't stoop to spying.
I don't know. I don't know how much different it is. I'm trying to pour and read at the same time. It's very dangerous. Spill water everywhere.
Well, I think the point is, where did you watch all this from, Mr. Powers?
Oh, from the door of the bathroom with my left eye, so in a sort of sneaky, spy-like.
I knew he was spying.
Please, does it really matter if he was doing it over or underhandedly? What did the bellboy do next? That's all I care to know.
It does matter, because it changes his motive and then the reliability of his fucking testimony, Edgeworth. Did you not go to lawyer school? I said hold it.
Okay.
That's better. What kind of statement is that? Please elaborate and give us a few more details.
Oh, okay.
I should probably ask him only one question at a time. He gave something to this person?
Yeah.
And what was this something?
If I remembered what it was, I wouldn't be calling it a something, would I?
This implies that something was removed from the scene of the crime. Are you sure you really can't remember, Mr. Powers?
I think it was something kinda small. This is an incredibly crucial piece of information. Please, try to remember what it was.
It was probably the card.
I'll try.
In the meantime, let's talk of another point. Namely, what the bellboy did next. Okay.
Oh, so after he gave the person inside the room the thing?
Sorry, I'm just reading over his. Okay. Okay. Oh! I think he gave him, this. Where did this bellboy go after he left Mr. Onguard's room?
He opened the door to Viola Hall. Went in there, and who knows after that, right?
I do. Did you see anything strange, suspicious, or just out of the ordinary at that time?
Oh yeah, I saw that one thing.
What? He saw something else?
There was this jittery alien with a ray gun. He was watching Juan's door like some sort of stalker.
I think we can forget about the alien. Well, Mr. Power's testimony just now is as vague as his first. It's a little troublesome, isn't it? But I'm sure if you press him enough, everything will become clearer. Although, that just makes it harder on us, doesn't it? Ugh, talk about a lose-lose situation. Okay. Okay. Said hold it. Okay, blah, blah, blah. I want to ask about the other thing. So who took this something the bellboy handed off?
Actually, I don't know.
What do you mean?
I'm sorry, but I only saw the person's arm.
Only an arm.
Then you were saying you didn't see the person's face?
Yeah. I would like to summarize the testimony up to this point, if you don't mind. When the bellboy left the crime scene, he immediately went to the defendant's room. There, he handed a small item of some sort to the person inside. As for the person who received that item, all you could see was the person's arm. Yes, it was just like that.
Mr. Edgeworth, is all this really that important?
Of course, Your Honor. I think that this is of the most Let me try that again. I think this is of the utmost importance. This is when whatever was removed from the crime scene was handed over to the client.
Mr. Powers, please, try to remember what it was the bellboy handed off.
Well, let's see. I think it was... no.
If you remember, please add it to your testimony.
Yes, sir.
A statue.
Yeah, it kind of looked like one, I guess. If I saw the actual thing again, I'd probably remember, you know?
Looks like for this trial to proceed, I'm going to have to come up with whatever this statue thing is and show it to him. You're going to have to trust your instinct on this one and take a chance, Phoenix.
Well, Mr. Powers, let's continue with your testimony. What did the bellboy do after that?
Alright. Sorry, I can't fucking stop yawning. Ow.
What was the point of that pregnant pause?
Where did that objection come from? Well, speak up.
It was me, Your Honor. What is it, Phoenix? I have a feeling that something bad is going to happen once I show this.
Mr. Wright, if you have something to say, please spit it out.
Yes, Your Honor. Okay, Phoenix. Deep breath. Mr. Powers, the something you saw. Was it this item?
Oh, hey, that's it. That's the something. Wow, Mr. Wright, you really figured it out. I recall we found this at Matt Onguard's mansion.
The defendant's house.
Uh-oh.
What does this mean?
It's simple, Your Honor. Shelley the Killer assassinated Juan Corrida in his room. And then he stole this wooden bear from the scene of the crime.
Then the bear being found in Mr. Onguard's mansion would mean...
It goes without saying, Your Honor. Mr. Matt Onguard is the killer's client.
Order! 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 I said order! Mr. Wright, this is the most unfortunate turn of events for you.
Yeah. Sorry, Mia. No, it's alright. Your judgment was sound.
Actually, I figured the bear would come up. If not now, then it would have later on. It would have later on. Even if you hadn't shown it to the court, I'm sure your friend Edgeworth would have. I almost forgot that he knew about it too.
I think it is clear that there is no need for us to continue this trial.
No. I can't let this happen. I have to do something. There has to be something we've overlooked. Okay. Your Honor, a minute, please.
Yes, Mr. Wright.
There are still a few points left that we have not fully explored. What are you trying to pull?
Oh, well, we can't have that. All right, Mr. Wright, what questionable point would you like to explore further?
Either of these, really. I guess the bear itself? I think it's fairly obvious that the bear itself is very questionable.
The bear, Mr. Wright.
This was found at Mr. Ongard's mansion. However, Mr. Ongard was arrested at the hotel that night, which means that since the murder occurred, he has not had a chance to go home. Yeah, that's true.
Oh.
I think Your Honor has already figured out what I'm trying to say. It is not possible that it was Mr. Ongard who took this bear to his mansion.
Why, that's very true. We didn't consider that point, Mr. Wright. There was no way, time-wise, for the defendant to have taken this bear home.
Phew. Disaster averted, it looks. You haven't gotten the best of me yet, Mr. Wright. Huh? I remember it clear as day. I remember what you muttered to yourself at Ongard's mansion. We can't use that as testimony. We have this area completely surrounded. There is no way for him to escape. I can't believe it. That butler. All this time, he was the killer. The killer and Ongard were working together, so to speak. And the killer was hiding at Ongard Mansion as its butler.
Oh, what a bold move.
He wanted to hang out with the cat. Listen, okay, I'm gonna be so real. If I were an assassin and I got to choose my hangout while I was like working a job, I would go choose to hang out with a cat. I just would. Not only to keep the cat like fed, but also just to hang out with the cat. The bear figurine was brought back to Ongard Mansion by the killer himself. When it looked like he was about to be arrested, Ongard had him do so. I assume because it would have been bad had the police found it during their investigation. Well, Mr. Wright, you've been quiet for a while now. This is too much. Isn't there anything I can attack at all? I have to try. I have to find something else.
What will you do now, Mr. Wright? Do you plan to...
I plan to expose a clearly shaky place in Mr. Power's testimony.
What? There's still another one.
There is indeed, Your Honor, and it's quite a questionable point. What are you trying to pull? Oh, well, okay, so it's the same thing. So the person... I don't know what he means by Power's testimony. I'm gonna say the person who received the bear, because if we just saw an arm, Adrian was also wearing the costume, so we could throw her under the bus again. There was one thing in Mr. Power's testimony that was very unclear. And that is the identity of the person who received the bear. Yeah, throwing her under the bus again doesn't feel good, trust me, but like, we won't let her actually get arrested. It's just to save Maya. He gave something to the person inside. Marge, he gave something to the person inside the room. No, I'm sorry, but I only saw the person's arm. Damn it. As long as we don't know who it was that took the bear. We can't be sure of... Ah! Huh?
What is it, Mr. Powers? If you're going to scream like that, then at least give us a good reason why.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Actually, so, I remembered who took the bear.
What?
Really?
I mean, I only saw his arm. But the arm. It was the Nickel Samurai's arm, I swear it. You've got to be kidding. Are you sure of that, Mr. Powers? Yeah, I'm sure it was the Nickel Samurai.
Order, order! It looks like you've dug yourself your own grave, yet again.
How many times is that today? I've lost count. I have a lot of graves. So the person who took in this little bear was the Nickel Samurai. And, as we all know, Matt Ongard is the Nickel Samurai. No, no, no. No, no, no. Adrian was also wearing the costume.
Thanks to the defense, we've made that all the clearer.
No.
I think we've heard enough. We now know why this bear figurine was at the defendant's mansion, as well as who it was that received the bear from the assassin in his room.
What have you missed? Well, first of all, hi. How are you? Will Powers gave a very damning testimony. Phoenix does need to do like a Morse code, like
Playtime.
Yeah. Will Powers is giving a damning testimony about Ongard's interactions with the butler, who is presumably the killer.
Everything has become very clear. The client who hired the assassin to commit the murder was Mr. Matt Ongard. I see no reason for this trial to continue. Therefore, I will now hand down my verdict.
No, no, no. Thank you, Your Honor, for understanding. You see, Mr. Wright, you could not win against the truth, could you? I'm gonna bite you. I knew it would turn out this way. After all, what Edgeworth has stated is the truth.
Any last objections, Mr. Wright?
Well, do I? What should I do? Yeah, I'm gonna raise a gosh darn objection. Hold on, I am gonna save, though. Yeah, raise the objection, my guy.
I will now announce my verdict.
There is only one way for me to drag this trial out. The only thing I have left is this one dirty trick. Your Honor, right now, we have these two reasons to believe my client is the assassin's client. Reason number 1. He accepted the bear figurine from the assassin. Reason number 2. That very same figurine was found at Ongard Mansion. However, it's possible this is all the work of a certain other person.
What are you saying?
What I am saying is, it's possible a different person is the killer's real client. Oh, objection, I have more bullshit to bring up, yeah.
The real client?
Yeah, huh? Hello? Is this all you have?
Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear your theory. Who do you say is the killer's real client, and therefore the real murderer?
I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. Girl, I love you, but I'm so sorry.
Adrian Andrews!
Yes. We already know that she tried to frame Matt Ongard for the crime. By wearing a spare Nickel Samurai costume. Oh! Then the Nickel Samurai's arm that I saw. That could have very well been Ms. Andrews.
But what about Mr. Ongard?
If you would please recall yesterday's testimony. The defendant was taking a nap during the break period.
That's right. Then, finding this figure at Mr. Ongard's mansion?
It was a well-laid trap set by Ms. Andrews.
Mr. Edgeworth, what is your opinion on this?
I can't even begin to count the flaws in the defense's logic. Besides which, there is no evidence to support it. However, I can't fully discount its possibility either. Thank you, Edgeworth. Mwah, 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 mwah. My face, the real client. If that would be sick.
What is with this trial?
Come on, anyone can tell Ongard did it.
I can't believe the defense would go so far as to pin the guilt on someone else.
Yeah, unbelievable. It's not something petty, it's murder of all things. This is to save Maya. This is to save Maya. Even if the whole world turns against me, this is one fight I can't give up on. Edgeworth truly is like,
unfortunately. I love this man.
Order! 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 All disrupted parties will be forced to leave the courtroom.
Your Honor, for the benefit of the defense, I'm willing to play along with his what-if game.
His what-if game, Mr. Edgeworth?
The prosecution is prepared to challenge the defense's theory. Mr. Wright.
I made him British on accident. I'm so sorry.
Mr. Wright, even you must have thought it strange and wondered, why would the criminal want this little wooden bear?
He's right. The killer did specially bring that bear to On Guard right away. Why do you ask? Is there something special about it?
Absolutely. And I'm sure that once the court knows its significance, the true killer's identity will become crystal clear.
Can't believe the defendant's lawyer is defending him. That's really funny.
Your Honor, the prosecution calls upon a witness who will clear all doubts against Ms. Andrews.
And who would that be?
It's quite simple, Your Honor. Ms. Adrian Andrews herself.
I'm sure she gets along with you really well after last time.
I see. Well then, the court will take a short 10-minute recess. The prosecution will prepare its witness in that time.
Yes, Your Honor.
Prepare the witness and give me a kiss. Consider a little kiss. Oh god. So much vocal fry.
Oh, I knew it was a good idea to hold her hostage. Don't you agree, Mr. Lawyer? But I never thought in your desperation you tried to pin the guilt onto Adrian. Ah, I swear this demon will pay.
Mr. Nick!
Pearls? Where's Mia?
I don't know. I don't know. A really strong power suddenly called her away.
A really strong power.
Oh, Mr. Nick! Your phone is...
It's from Gumshoe. Hey, hot stuff. How's it going? Have you been hanging in there, pal? Yeah, sort of. We just barely found something to latch onto. Phew, that's good, pal. And what about you? Anything yet? Have you figured out where DeKiller and Maya are? We still don't have any leads, but... What? We don't have any more time! If we just had one, even a single clue would be really helpful. I was only able to come this far because I kept thinking to myself, I've got to keep the trial going until Maya's been rescued. But have I just run out of luck this time? Is all our hope for naught? A tent! Huh? A tent? I could see a circus tent! Mia! It looks like Maya was unconscious until just a few minutes ago. As soon as she woke up, she called for me. So it was Maya that called you away. She's locked in a dusty little room right now. But I could see a circus tent outside the window about 300 feet away. Gumshoe, is there a circus in town right now? There's only one, pal, the Very Big Circus. Maya's somewhere within a 300-foot radius of the main tent. What? Okay, hold on a sec, pal. Hey, draw a circle on that map. I probably should be like, about a 300-foot radius from the main tent. Hurry! And? I could see a mailbox under the window just outside. Gumshoe, there's also a mailbox. Okay, what else? What else, Mia? I'm sorry, but it was a very small window. I couldn't see anything else. It felt like I was in an old office building. Maybe the 3rd floor or so. I heard her. An old office building. Good stuff, pal. Okay, just hang in there. Just a little longer, pal. Wish us luck. Good luck. I'll call you later, so don't let your battery die, okay, pal? Mia! Maya's not hurt, right? She's in a pretty bad state, Phoenix. She's being starved. Gumshoe, please hurry. Looks like we're out of time. Are you alright, Phoenix? Do I look? Do I look? It's only a matter of time before Maya's rescued. I can do this. I just have to make this trial last a little longer. What is On Guard thinking? While like, Mia and like Pearl is shape-shifting with Mia. He's like, oh, the boobies went away. Boobas went away. And then Pearl goes back to normal and then suddenly goes back to Boobas. And he's like, whoa.
God will now reconvene.
The killer, the man who murdered the victim, handed this to his client.
We're just jumping right in. Okay.
From this, one obvious question arises. Why this particular item? I believe the answer to that question will provide us with the name of the real culprit. Now then, the prosecution calls the defendant's manager, Adrian Andrews, to the stand.
I've become even more of a man-hating lesbian since we last saw me.
Currently, the witness is accused of tampering and obstruction of justice.
Phoenix is a Texan national. His accent breaks out when he panics. God.
However, you have been called to the witness stand today to ascertain who exactly is guilty of murder.
I understand.
Very good. Now, have you ever seen this bear before, Miss Andrews?
Of course I have.
You've seen it before.
That's right. It's only natural that the witness has. Miss Andrews, could you please enlighten the court to this bear's secrets?
All right. Why? Why does she?
You idiot.
Actually, this is an elaborate puzzle. If you know the correct order, it can be taken apart one piece at a time. At its center is a small cavity, with just enough room to store a small item. Because of its complexity, if you don't know the order, you can't open the bear. You really can't tell that it's a small jewelry box just by looking at it. Excessive, but okay, I kind of like it.
So this figurine, it's a container of sorts, is it?
Yes, looks can be deceiving, wouldn't you agree?
Yes, this is superb craftsmanship. Oh, yes, I nearly forgot. You may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright.
It looks like there really was something to that bear after all. Of course there was. It's an Ace Attorney game. We're part of the narrative. Sorry. A puzzle? That's right.
But it looks like an ordinary figurine.
True enough. No, it doesn't. It has cuts all over it. To people who don't know, I'm sure they would never guess that this was a puzzle. So, what kind of puzzle is this exactly? It's like something you would find in the doctor's office. That's so true. I used to have these types of puzzles on a smaller scale, but I love doing them. So you can take it apart. And how would one go about doing that? Well, you first turn its tail to the right and then push it in.
Oh, yes, I see.
After that, the arms and legs are free to move and can be removed.
Oh, this is most interesting.
A boy and his new toy. It's like he's 5 all over again.
Oh, don't mind me. Go ahead and carry on.
I think he's lost it.
So what do you find after you take the puzzle apart?
At its center is a small cavity with just enough. Oh, I already said this. Sorry. Sorry. And how do you know about this? I know because I was the one who bought it. Huh? It was a souvenir from when a friend and I went to Switzerland.
Then this was a present from you.
That's right. It was a puzzle in the shape of a bear, so I thought it would be perfect for Juan. So it was a present from Ms. Andrews.
Witness, let's continue with your testimony.
So who exactly knew how to solve this puzzle? Only the two of us, Juan and myself. It was a souvenir from Switzerland, so I doubt there are that many people who with this same bear in this country.
This looks like it could be easily broken, especially if someone wanted to get at what's inside.
Well, it's a toy, but it can never be the same again once it's been broken.
Who else knows that this bear is actually a small container?
or jewelry box. I never told anyone. And as long as Juan never told anyone either, then only the two of us knew. The two of you, huh? Just the two of us. Then, of course, that means Mr. OnGuard didn't know, right? I think this is about all I'm going to get for now.
Well, Mr. Wright, I think even you have come to realize that there is one very important fact we have uncovered, and that is this. This bear is actually a jewelry box. Now that we have agreed to this point, there is only one logical question that can come next, and that is this. What is inside this box?
What's inside?
Sorry, I was distracted by the grammatical choices on that sentence. I think it should be what's inside of the box, but okay. When we speak, say what's inside this. But I think written it should have been had of.
That's right. That's what we are going to find out next, witness.
Yes.
You are the only one who can open this. Please.
There's a painful silence hanging over the courtroom. All eyes are on Ms. Andrews now as she solves the puzzle and takes the bear apart. Click. I've opened it. Is this what you wanted?
What is that? It looks like a note.
I don't think we need to guess at what this is. Do we, Mr. Wright?
Sorry, I talked a lot this morning, so my voice is dying.
It's the suicide note.
The suicide note.
The suicide note left by Juan Corrida's former manager, Celeste Impax. Until now, no one knew of its whereabouts. But just as we suspected, it was hidden. Hidden by the victim, Juan Corrida himself. It seems Celeste Impax had very beautiful handwriting. And she just as beautifully signed her own name on this document. This is most definitely the note she left right before she committed suicide.
Order! Witness, did you know about this?
Yes, I did. I heard all about it from Juan. When I discovered his body, I looked for the bear. I wanted to destroy the note before it became public. But I couldn't find it anywhere.
Because it had already been taken by the killer.
Everything is going at Mr. Edgeworth's pace. So now that the suicide note has been found, what's the next logical question? Is it really hers? Or, okay, what is written on the note? I would do a handwriting analysis first thing. If I were in this courtroom, I'd be like, hold up. Forget what's written on the note. Who wrote it, actually?
That's right. At least that's what I would think. Now then, I believe it is only appropriate the contents of this note be made known.
I can't stop you, can I? I went through so much just to get my hands on it. And I was going to burn it. For her sake.
I'm deeply sorry, but I can't allow you to persuade me to stop. Your Honor, if you could please read the contents of the note aloud.
Very well.
The judge's voice rang loud and clear through the deathly silent courtroom. In her note, Celeste Impax left to us a record of all that had happened to her. About being used and then thrown away by OnGuard, about being engaged to Corrida and OnGuard's role in destroying that, and about how she decided, in her despair, to end it all.
And that's all Ms. Impax had to say.
There is one thing I would like to say here. The prosecution has no interest in slandering Mr. OnGuard.
Then what?
Our intention, Your Honor, is to establish a motive for murder. Isn't that correct, witness?
Yes. On the night of the murder, Juan was going to make the contents of the note public.
after the post-ceremony show. He was going to hold a press conference.
My word.
Matt Ongard values, above all else, his refreshing like a spring breeze image. Which is why he had to stop this note from being made public. At any cost.
Ongard, you are not making this easy, bro.
It's Ongard's fault that woman killed herself. And this time, he even went so far as to kill someone to stop him from revealing that.
How terrible. What a selfish person. I guess there are slimeball lawyers out there who will defend those creeps too.
There is no room for doubt here. Mr. DeKiller's client's goal was to obtain this suicide note. And the only person who needed this note that badly is the defendant.
No, Adrian just said that she wanted to burn it.
Let's not forget that the bear with the note inside was found at the defendant's house.
No, this doesn't necessarily prove anything. You guys are so bad.
It seems that we have come to the truth at last. The defendant's motives were entirely selfish. He deserves no sympathy from anyone.
Phoenix is such a jerk for defending a person. Yeah.
Ugh. How am I supposed to escape this one? Why the hesitation, Phoenix? Gumshoe hasn't called yet, so you know what you must do. I know. I have to carry on and buy some more time. Okay. There are two deadly pieces of evidence. The figurine and the suicide note. Maybe somehow I can find a way out of this situation through one of those. The gavel is already in the judge's hand. Phoenix, hurry! The suicide note or the figurine? Which one of these should I pursue?
Okay, I'm saying the suicide note because there's two things. Number one, all the things Edgeworth said, we don't necessarily have proof for. And number two, do a handwriting analysis. Is it even Celeste in the first place? Handwriting analysis is gonna take time. Especially if you're like, oh, sorry, it needs to happen today. Like, yeah, I'm going with this.
Please wait, Your Honor.
He's still going at it?
It's like he doesn't care that he's trying to get a killer off the hook. I think Your Honor believes that Matt Ongard killed in order to obtain this note.
Yes, that is correct.
But that seems a little strange. In fact, I think there is a contradiction here. This note was hidden by Mr. Kurita until the night of the murder. If that is the case, I say that Matt Ongard could not have known what was written on this note. Yeah, that too.
Oh, I didn't think of it that way.
Exactly. But I did think of it that way, and I thought it was rather strange. No one in their right mind would kill for a note without first knowing what it said.
Order, order, order. You make a valid point, Mr. Wright. Mr. Edgeworth, what is your opinion?
It was just a flash, but I think I did rather well on this one. Unfortunately, I think he believes differently. God damn it. I believe a show of appreciation is in order.
Huh?
The defense seems to be in love with wishing more despair upon itself. I would like to direct the court's attention to this.
What is that?
It is a very small video camera, Your Honor. This type of camera is commonly used as a means of spying.
Spying?
What the? I thought that spy camera was in my possession! Oh, dang it, I keep doing that. Matt Ongard and the victim both thought of the other as their biggest rival. They even went so far as to use this type of item to find each other's weaknesses.
And?
The victim, Juan Corrida, was being spied on. His personal life was being watched by none other than Matt Ongard.
Order! Order! Mr. Wright,
Yes, Your Honor?
you don't tell me you knew about your client's spying activities.
Well, sort of.
Sort of is not an acceptable answer, Mr. Wright.
I see where you're confused, Mr. Wright. You're probably thinking, but I have the camera that was in the stuffed bear's eye. But this camera that I have is not that same one. Last night, I searched the victim's house on a hunch. Using this Gumshoe's bug sweeper. By the way, Mr. Wright, the defendant's fingerprints were found on this camera.
Matt Ongart's fingerprints were on there.
Matt, you are the sloppiest criminal ever. You're stupid as fuck.
Well, Phoenix, it looks like those cameras were hidden all over the place, huh? What am I supposed to say to that evidence? I think this is the end. It's fairly obvious that Mr. Ongard learned of the suicide note through this. He was watching the victim all along. He got me good this time.
I don't have anything to counter that. Phoenix, I'm yelling through the screen. Handwriting analysis. Motherfucking handwriting analysis.
Hey, now what's that lawyer thinking? Mommy, is that man the bad killer guy? Shush, stop, don't look at him.
The way he's sweating is just so, nasty.
Phoenix. Yes, Chief? Have you figured out what you're going to do next yet?
What I'm going to do next? Does running away like a frightened child work?
I know it seems like Mr. Edgeworth is very close to putting the lid on this case, but in his eagerness to prove his point, he forgot one very important thing.
Well, what is it, Mia?
There is a piece of evidence that he really should investigate.
Something he should investigate?
I would really hate to see the good prosecutor get scolded.
So are we talking about the suicide note?
For not remembering to look into the item when he had the chance.
Why are you speaking in riddles all of a sudden? You do that too.
Alright, I think this is time we finally understand everything.
Hold on. No.
Well, Mr. Wright, you don't have any further objections, do you?
What is this piece of evidence that Mia keeps talking about? Can I figure out what it is that still needs to be looked at, or should I let it go? Yeah, we're gonna present the fucking evidence. I have an objection, Your Honor. I'm gonna say the suicide note, because I swear to God.
That was about the weakest objection I've ever heard, Mr. Wright.
How about that? Your Honor, the defense has no intention of letting this go so easily.
You are beginning to sound desperate.
That's just your imagination, Your Honor. Mr. Edgeworth. Sorry, that's so funny. Shh, no, I'm not. This is not like you at all. In your eagerness to prove your point, you've forgotten one very important thing.
Hey, isn't that what I just said? So you're telling me that I forgot something?
You're so close, Mr. Edgeworth. But there's something you really should examine about this piece of evidence. This had better be correct. Okay, cool.
That is Ms. Impact's suicide note, right?
Who knows? I mean, sure, the suicide note was found in this bear. But this bear was in my possession until only a few moments ago. Which means the handwriting on this suicide note has yet to be analyzed.
Oh.
Thank you! God, it took them so long to get to this point. I'm like, that should have been the first thing. So, as to whether this pivotal piece of evidence was really written by Ms. Impacts or not, I'm never desperate. That has yet to be even remotely confirmed. It too?
Mr. Wright, you can't seriously be suggesting...
Mr. Wright, are you saying this suicide note is a fake? Ms. Andrews, you were the one who tried to pin this murder on Mr. Ongard. Who's to say you didn't create a fake suicide note and put it into this bear? How dare you?
Your Honor, the defense is indiscriminately accusing the witness again. There is no evidence linking the witness to the suicide note whatsoever.
Wrong. But if this is a fake, then the witness is the only person who could have made it.
What?
Recall the witness's testimony concerning this figurine. The only person other than the victim who could solve the puzzle is the witness herself. Ms. Andrews, you wrote this note, didn't you? You wrote it so you could use it to frame Matt Ongard.
I I did no such thing. Right. If you're going to pronounce this suicide note a fake, then show this court some evidence to support your theory. Nuh-uh. Mr. Edgeworth, you were the one who presented this scrap of paper as evidence. That means the burden of proof lies with you, the prosecution.
That's enough. Mr. Edgeworth, can you confirm the handwriting on the suicide note?
It is as the defense stated. The handwriting has yet to be analyzed. Whoa. I'm so angry I said the word wrong. The handwriting has yet to be analyzed.
If that's the case, it seems that yet again we have reached a point where a verdict is impossible.
That's impossible! This isn't good, Phoenix. The judge is going to carry this trial over one more day. I don't think Maya will physically be able to make it another day. If she has water, she'll be fine.
I didn't want to have to do this, but I don't have a choice. I request that both the prosecution and the defense further investigate.
Handwriting analysis, my butt. That's just the lawyer trying to buy more time. Angard is guilty. Look, any idiot can tell you that.
I think we've reached the end of the line.
Guilty, 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 guilty.
Oh, thank God.
What is that sound?
It's Gumshoe. Hello? Gumshoe? What is with him? And what is with that sigh? Where's Maya? What happened to the killer? He got away. You guys suck. What? I'm sorry, pal. I really am. I don't know what to say besides I'm sorry. I wish there was some way to make it up to you. I really do. Anyway, what's going on? We found his hideout, pal. But the two of them were already gone. This is terrible. I'm going to keep looking for them, pal. Don't you worry. I just need a little more time. But don't tell me we don't. We don't have any more. Guilty, 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 guilty. Wow, they really fucking hate Matt Angard, huh? Do you hear that? They're calling for his head. Mr. Wright, I can't. For us to come this far and... Oh. What is it? Let me talk to Mr. Edgeworth. I can't do that.
Mr. Wright, would you please get a hold of yourself?
Yes, Your Honor.
I am about to end today's proceedings. You may take your phone call after.
Hold on, Your Honor. Edgeworth, catch! Mr. Edgeworth? Please, you've got to buy some more time. Court is in session. I'm sorry, Your Honor. You were saying...
Mr. Wright, this is a court of law.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, but
I am reluctant to do this. However, it appears that I have no choice but to suspend proceedings until tomorrow.
This time I really can't do anything.
Court is now adjourned for the day.
Hey! Please wait, Your Honor. Edgeworth!
What is it, Mr. Edgeworth?
I humbly request another 30 minutes of Your Honor's time.
For what purpose?
You can perform the necessary tests on this piece of evidence in that time.
But can you really obtain your results in 30 minutes?
Hey, Maddie! Yeah, you dropped in at such a cool moment. I believe we can, Your Honor.
But wouldn't it be better if we adjourned for today and then reconvene tomorrow?
30 minutes. Please, Your Honor. That's all I am asking for. Please, Your Honor!
You guys are so weird. Very well. At the prosecution's request, this court will now take a 30-minute recess. But be advised that I will not allow another recess today.
I'm not sure if this is helping or hurting us.
The court will now take its final recess of the day.
Right. Well, what's going on with Maya's situation? The killer. It looks like he got away again. 30 minutes? We can't find her in that time. Report! Oh, report! Oh my god, I'm getting all the voices mixed up, I'm sorry. Is that Mr. Edgeworth? We don't have time, just spit it out. Right. It looks like we just missed them, sir. But the killer left a few things behind by accident in his rush to get away. A few things. Can we use any of them as evidence? I thought you'd ask, pal. Huh? I've got the things he left with me right now, and I'm on my way over. Really? That's odd. Any items like that are usually sent to the crime lab first. We don't have time to wait for those guys, sir. When those guys weren't looking, I swapped the stuff and ran. What? He's unemployed anyway, right? Well, I'm not a detective anymore, so I had to. I'm really sorry, sir, but I've got to put the law on hold for now. Sounds bad. I hope he doesn't get in too much trouble over this. With my hunk of junk car, I said that I'll be there in about 20 minutes, sir. Don't worry, I'll be there. Wait for me. Alright, just get here in one piece. I'm on a mission and no one can stop me now, sir. No one. I'm pulling out all the stops and running every red light. Items left by the murderer, huh? Maybe there's something among them that will be decisive enough to end this. Hey, what's wrong? Detective Gumshoe? Answer me! No one can stop me. What happened? It sounded like he had an accident. I'm guessing his cell phone broke as well. What was he thinking? We've got to hurry and call for help, but we have no idea where he is. His cell phone is broken and he wasn't driving a patrol car, so no radio either. Also, if we don't get to those items before they do, the police will take possession of them. No! We can't let that happen! Well, if there is a way we can find out where he is, then we can stand a chance. Why? Oh, why did Gumshoe have to get into an accident now for the drama? Is there any way to find out exactly where he is at this moment? There is a way. Thanks, Fran. That's right! There is a way! What? How? I'm sure we can find out where Detective Gumshoe is through this. Where's the tracker? Did I already skip over it? Huh? Do we not have it? Hold up. Huh? Can I just use Fran? Let's try this. Why are you bringing up Francisca at a time like... Oh, I see. I'll try to get in contact with her. The chances are slim, but she's all we have. Francisca, will she even want to help us? Edgeworth, what is it? I don't have any right to judge anyone ever again. I know my client is guilty. But what I'm doing now, I'm pinning the guilt onto someone totally innocent and using the evidence to do so. It might be my turn to say Defense Attorney Phoenix Wright chooses death. Right. It doesn't suit someone like you to cry useless tears. They're so... It's already dramatic. These two make it so much worse. Whether you did your job well or not, that can only be seen after the verdict has been decided. The verdict? Is Professor... Is Prosecutor Edgeworth here? Yes, bailiff. There's a phone call for you, sir. They said it was extremely urgent. They're probably finished with the handwriting analysis. I have to go take this call. In the meantime, think hard about what it is you must do. These boys are so dramatic.
It's okay, I forgive them. Yes, I will. Okay. That's enough for today. My voice can't take anymore. I did too much talking today. But the good news is, for now, according to this 8-day forecast, for now, we should not have any blazing hot days again. So Tuesday we finish this game, I think. And then Thursday we start the next Trials and Tribulations. And then Saturday night, before that, Saturday night in 2 days, more Okami.
Okami.
Jun Jun. I'm looking forward to that. That game always makes me feel good. Yeah, the heat's pretty bad. It's like it was very bad the last week or so. Yeah. I'm excited for game 3. It'll be really emotional. The end of this case also makes me very emotional. But I feel like, because I had re-experienced this game recently because of Game Grumps playing through it, but I have not re-experienced Trials and Tribulations since 2022. So that'll be really interesting to get those emotions again. Yeah. Kind of like Okami, I haven't played it since 2024, and I last watched somebody play it in 2022, so yeah.
Yeah, Okami.
So, you know the drill. Take care of yourself. Take care of others. Are you watching Skies of Arcadius? Maddie, you should tell me all your thoughts. Skies of Arcadia is peak. Yeah. Okay, I need to refresh my voice. So, take care of yourself. Take care of others. Be good to yourself. Be kind. Stay safe. Stay hydrated. Especially now. It's not just water. Make sure you're getting electrolytes. And thanks for hanging out. I will see y'all later. Hopefully Saturday. I'm so excited.
Awoo. Okay, bye.